We have been in the bedding business since 1980. That's almost 4 decades. In the early 80s, most of the mattresses were foam mattresses which were produced in the region. And a lot of the spring mattresses those days came in from either Italy or Yugoslavia because a lot of people imported the furniture from Italy and Europe. And so a lot of spring mattresses came. Then in the mid 80s onwards, slowly the region started making spring mattresses. Originally in the early 80s there were one or two international brands being produced, but now you have all the international brands being produced in the region. So slowly from foam mattresses the industry moved on to spring mattresses with the Bonnell springs, and then the next step they progressed into the pocketed spring beds. Though still majority of the spring mattresses are the Bonnell spring, but slowly the share of the pocketed spring mattresses is also growing because the cost of entry is coming down quite a lot with equipment being produced in other countries besides the West, which was the case in earlier. The spring making equipment was extremely expensive, so that was a barrier, the cost of entry into the business. So same machines now cost 1/4 of what they did in those days. So predominantly, yeah, it is Bonnell and pocket springs in the spring mattress segment. And there are other kinds of springs, but that is a very small share, like your continuous coil springs or LFK springs, but that's not hardly anything we're talking about. Predominantly, like I said, Bonnell and pocketed spring mattresses. From our experience, as I did mention earlier, we are probably the only producer with its own warehousing, marketing, and distribution GCC wide. So we do have our marketing team giving us inputs from all the different territories. And as data is hard to come by, from our estimates of the branded producers and our own sale, we are looking at a market for branded spring mattresses in the region of about $150 million in the GCC or Middle East region. That's what we estimate, but it's just an estimate. We don't have the exact numbers because data is hard to come by. With regard to technology in the on mattress manufacturing, there's lots happening in because of now a lot of automation and electronics. You have a lot of possibilities for faster production and for configuring different kind of combination for like in a pocketed coil, you can zone the pocketed coils using different kinds of wire and a lot of reduced wastage, a lot of faster production, and there is a lot of automation happening in the industry. But in this region, one has to be careful with the automation because of the lot of different sizes you have to produce. Because when you are setting up machines for production, if it's an automated line, you cannot keep on every few hours changing the setup. So you have to see whether it is suitable to your business or not, unlike the West, where you have 4 or 5 standard sizes and that's it, not producing to so many different sizes in this region, which is really a challenge. Manufacturer, I have seen this market make rapid strides because ever since the Western chain introduced the Heavenly Bed experience, a lot of hotels are giving importance to the quality of the beds. because a well-rested guest is a very satisfied customer who will not be bothering housekeeping or the hotel guys if it's well-rested. And they are giving the quality of the bedding in hotels has really gone up, where they are giving importance to the comfort level of the beds. There have been instances where I have personally known from chains where the hotel guests have threatened to check out of the hotel if not happy with the bed. So I think they are in the right direction. They are giving a lot of importance to guest comfort as far as the bedding is concerned, and going for much better quality bedding. Well, as far as the core raw materials, they remain the same, but yes, there are new kind of natural materials which are now being specified by some of the hotel chains we work with, like wool or cotton wool pads, and then also a lot of innovation is happening in the textile industry, where they can sort of make fabric for just about anything, milk, soya, all kinds of exotic things, bamboo fiber, so, and a lot of fabrics with cooling effect. So a lot of technological applications are having, because yes, major complaint of consumers is trying to see how they could create a bedding surface which would sleep cool, whereas basically the temperature on the surface of the mattress should be about your body temperature. To conclude, I would like to leave with one piece of advice. What we tell our sales team is the best way to sell a mattress is not to sell a mattress, and sell a good night's sleep, and that is what should be the aim, and convince the consumer of the importance of getting a good night's sleep, not just trying to sell them a mattress. And I think that would definitely give the consumer a lot of confidence in your product.